Streaming start in a moment. What's up? Wait till we get a couple people in here. Then I will begin. Thanks, man. My videos are getting better. They used to really suck. Remember before? Or maybe you're just talking about my debate videos, not these. That's okay. My feelings aren't hurt. What's up, Johnny, David? I decided from now on to... I'm going to stream all of the videos I do. Not while they're happening, but I decided it's just too much of a pain in the ass to select the view to watch on because my camera's 360, right? So I'm going to. Can you guys hear me all right? So I'm going to. And so instead of having to decide where the camera should be, I'm just going to do 360 video, and I can show you any angle you want. And whoever is involved in the chat while I'm doing it will be able to tell me what they want to look at, whatever. It doesn't matter. So I think instead of just doing one video and deciding where to go and just playing it, I thought I'd do some sort of interaction stream every time. So whenever I do an actual debate in life, I'm going to live stream it off the 360 software, which I have pulled up here. Okay, here we are. It's not very long, 29 minutes. I was going to hit another JW, but I didn't. So it's just this one lady. And you'll see from the video that there are some people looking at me a certain way because of some vocabulary I used, which they would never use. But me, being a seasoned pro, I'm just going to use that kind of vocabulary. I'm just going to say what's on my mind. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Here we go. Let's play something. Ready? Okay, guys, I found a couple of JWs today. I could just pan around here. It's pretty cool. Let's get it on. They're down here. First, they have a sign up saying, "Is the Bible relevant today?" Is the Bible relevant today? Is what the sign says. I'm kind of soft in my talking. For that question, we're going to go to Exodus 21. Yes. Thanks, man. All right, I'm riding my awesome wheel here. Yeah, it's my baby. Why is my view kind of fucked up? All right. Stop. There she is. I'm curious about the question. Is the Bible still relevant today? Is the Bible still relevant today?
if I have.
Then you should know.
Right.
There's a little card here.
What about Exodus 21? Is that relevant today?
Say it again.
Exodus 21, is that relevant today?
What does it say there?
She doesn't know her Bible. How can you not know Exodus 21, especially if you've been out in public with people like me out there? Come on, lady. Defends Sneeko. You know, he's not going to waste his time because I'm a low B. I only have 13K subscribers. I'm a low B. He's not going to care. It's about a God. He's not going to want to give me the attention. Even though I support men's rights and I support everything else he talks about, I don't think he's going to care because it's just about religion. But I tell you one thing, he's going to get more info from me than he is from Tristan about religion. So he can come to me and ask me them daddy questions. I'll help him out.
It's condone slavery. Yeah, the Bible actually condones slavery. 21:21.
Well, under the Jewish law, the Israelites did have slavery to the point where they were paying off a debt.
Right,
They
but
called them slaves, but they were treated very well because of the
well,
laws.
in the Bible, it doesn't talk about that kind of slavery.
What kind of slavery are you talking
Like you're actually owning a person's property. In Exodus 21, it defines slaves as property. So so in answer to the question, I don't think it's relevant today because it has slavery. It condones slavery.
You're going to take one verse? What about all the prophecies that foretell the future?
You know what? They all do this, right? They all do this.
Nope.
They all talk about prophecy, like prophecy matters, like prophecy, like Oops, someone's calling me. Ooh, I really have to take this call. Let's play.
Well, first of all, there are no prophecies that foretell the future. You have to interpret it that way. Second of all, even if there were prophecies, how would that mean that there is a God or Jesus or anything like that?
Because
I
many of the prophecies are being fulfilled right before our
Well,
eyes.
again, what would that have to do with the existence of a God or Jesus?
Well, if it was foretold a long time ago, and it's happening,
But what does that have to do with a
why
God?
would anyone know that? We couldn't.
Nope.
Do you see the way they try to work things out? It's like, because someone said something was true and later on it's true, then maybe God. Like, how does that work? Like, were any of you believers? Like, if any of you are believers in the chat, please tell me, how does one have to do with the other? Like, what made you think that prophecy somehow means God? Like, what? Like, what if it's just a time machine? Like, why would you think? I don't understand. Ooh, in July. This year, Eric? What? Nigga, what? That's pretty good, bro. I wouldn't mind hearing that story, Eric. Seriously. I would like to know your background, what happened, because that shit's good to hear.
But exactly, we don't know. If someone actually made a prediction, there's really no prophecies in the Bible that are of any relevance. But even if there were, it doesn't have anything to do with the God or Jesus. They're just like, it's like me predicting who's going to win the lottery next week, right? I mean, I can predict who's going to win the lottery, but does that mean like unicorns are real? Because unicorns have nothing to do with it, right? It's just me predicting someone's going to win the lottery. Even if there was a real prophecy in the Bible, which are not falsifiable, so they're not real prophecies.
So in other words, you don't feel the Bible is from God.
Well, I don't even know what that is. Like, I don't even know what a God is. Wait, what is a God? Like, I don't even know.
I don't know why my video... Oh, wait. Oh, I had to stop it. Okay, sorry. I'm not used to the software here. I've always just used it to cut stuff, but now I think I figured it out a little bit. Nope, but it's not.
Creator of all things.
Well, see, now you're defining it by what you think it's done, not by what it is. Like, I want to know what it is, like where it lives, what it's made of, its habitat.
Eric, actually, you know what, Eric? That's actually, I think that would make for good content, right? Because how old are you? You know? Like, I could probably see myself doing a show like that. Like, what you thought of before, how you grew up, and how you're not anymore. Like, that's good for people to hear, you know? So, I would, yeah, why don't you email me at TedTheAtheist@gmail.com, and we'll set that shit up.
And then how do we know these things about it? Because I think it's very...
He had to have some way to communicate with us. We're humans.
Right.
He isn't.
Well, we don't know that.
Does.
Well, we don't know what it is,
The
right?
Bible tells us he's a spirit person.
But we don't know what that is.
He's made up of dynamic energy.
We don't know what a spirit is. Like, that's just a word we made up.
She has such a hard time with this. I ask her, what is a spirit? And she keeps effing it up, trying to say it's something she has no idea.
Not really.
Not? What is a
like
spirit?
Saying that we don't know what the wind is.
No,
because
we can measure that, break out a barometer, but we don't know, like, what is a spirit?
Like what? We know what wind is. We know what it's. We can measure it. Like, what is wrong with these people?
Well, think about it. If it's invisible and it's made up of dynamic energy, it's a force.
Okay, how do you know that these things exist, the spirits exist? Because you said the word if, so we don't know. Like, how do we know? How can we test it scientifically?
Okay, that's a good question. How
'cause
would you test it?
Why? I just asked you how to test it. Why are you asking me how to test it?
Right, that's the question.
You
So
would go by what you see happening that's tangible,
right.
and compare it to what his word would say was going to happen. Like, for instance, in 2 Timothy chapter 3, it outlines the attitude and characteristics.
No, but what does that have to do with knowing that spirit actually exists and what it is?
Well, if that's all true,
But
if you can prove that those characteristics and the sign is happening, then there had to have been somebody that gave it.
Hey, but if we don't know, we can't say we do.
Every house is built by someone. It just doesn't pop.
She's taking the very comfort thing now. Oh, houses were built by people. Someone had to build a house. What does that have to do with nature, lady?
Now we're talking about humans have done. We don't know anything about a God and what it has done, right?
Well, the facts are that we have human brains. We
Right.
think in the human capacity. don't we?
Right? Sure.
Yeah,
So that means we have to
he
use the logic.
relates to us that way in his word.
How do we know that God had anything to do with the Bible?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
You compare what you can actually see, like a tree. These are all tangible things.
Right?
They
What does that
didn't
have to do with? What do the trees have to do with the God existing?
trees, plants, animals?
Right.
They didn't just pop into
Right.
existence.
Oh, okay, but
What are we getting at? Yeah, you know what's coming. You know it. Not only that, Eric, it's the argument of ignorance, right? Because we don't know how they came there, and they're so beautiful. Oh my God. The trees and the plants are so beautiful. Oh my God, they're just so beautiful that someone just had to make them, right? They couldn't come from nowhere. Somebody powerful and magical made them.
Okay, here's your argument.
Is that scientific to
No,
believe they just
no.
popped into existence?
Oh, I see. No, that's not what I'm saying now, is it? I didn't say they popped in existence. You didn't ask me what I thought about that, did you, lady? But you assume that's the only alternative. Make note of this, people. Make note of this.
No, well, there's a lot about quantum mechanics we don't know, but you're using the fallacy of ignorance by saying because we don't know, then therefore God. Like, that's no way to argue for a God. If we don't know, then we don't know.
It's either someone made it, created it, or it popped into
Well,
existence.
we don't know, because we'd have to learn more about quantum mechanics, right? Our foundation, our
No,
understanding.
you have to compare with what you know.
No,
It's
no.
like
We don't know everything, lady. So to say we should know, look what?
saying
that
that
doesn't-
you can
you're
take
assuming
a
we know
watch
everything.
and put it in all the components in a box and shake it, and you know it'll turn into a watch.
I don't know
It
where you
just
get that
doesn't.
from. I don't know where you
It
get that
just
from.
doesn't.
I don't know
Even
what.
that scooter thing you're on.
What does that have to do with anything?
Someone made it.
Right. We know people made this. We have evidence of that.
That's right.
But we don't know that trees were created by anything intelligent.
The complexity of your own body.
Complexity.
Thanks, man. This lady is all about complexity, and I kept trying to tell her, complexity does not equal design. But you know what happened in her brain? That happened.
Complexity does not
made
equal
that.
design. Complexity
Someone designed it. Someone
you have to
made
show
it.
it. You have to show that. You can't
If
just
you
say
don't-
it. You have to show that.
It's like these people don't understand that they need to show the things they believe in. Like, what? How dare? How dare you make me show you what? This is what I believe. I have simply flabbergasted that you would ask me to show you. It's self-evident. Look at nature.
Complexity.
Reasoning on what you do know. Though.
Complexity does not equal design, though. Just because something is
I'm
complex.
not saying complexity.
Yeah, you just said.
She just said complexity. Am I retarded? Am I retarded? Did you think complexity?
Complexity.
Design. I said the complexity.
Right,
of
complexity.
Just you.
Right, you complexity.
Yourself. All those different
All those little things.
One cell is
Oh.
so complex.
So?
That took a brain.
No,
Someone
you're
to think.
assuming. Nope. Now you're assuming. Now you're assuming.
So you're saying it popped into your
I didn't.
head.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
I'm not saying anything.
So you're just in oblivion?
What's
You gotta be one
no,
way or
no,
the
no.
other.
What's wrong with?
See, you have to be one way or the other. How about we just don't know? Like these, it's like all religious people just can't deal with I don't know, right? Eric, they all just think just popped. I don't understand, dude.
I'm saying I don't know. Why do you have a problem with that?
I mean, I understand, but at the same time, I don't understand. Like, I understand their ignorance and gullibility.
I don't have a problem with
It
that.
does, though.
That's
No,
but where's the
you
end?
just said we have.
no future.
You just
that
said
way.
no. You just said we have to have an answer for it, either
Well,
this or that.
I do have an answer because I do believe there is a creator.
But is your belief? Does it really matter? Does your belief matter?
Sure it
No.
does.
What matters is what can be shown to be true, right? That's got to be scientific,
It
right?
matters because all mankind
Uh-huh.
can have a future.
What the fuck is this lady talking about?
Can have a future. What does that mean?
That means you could live forever. The Bible talks about living forever
Okay. Why should we believe that?
because the Bible promises it.
Because the Bible says so. Isn't that the ultimate answer? I mean, how many times have I debated someone, people, and that's their response? Because the Bible effing says so. That's why. How do you know God is real? The Bible says so. Why do you believe in the Bible? Because I feel that way. Because complexity. Because of buildings. Because of trees. You know, my example before was like, let's say I said, I think I say it in this video actually. Let's say I said that there's a unicorn, a magic unicorn, and I told you one exists, and you guys asked me how. I just feel there is one. You know, just how I feel with my life. Meanwhile, the unicorn's over here, like looking at both of us, like, bitches, you're not looking at me. I'm right over here. You want to know about me? Looking, why aren't you talking about me? Showing where I am, what I'm made of. What the hell you doing? No, it's like me saying, no unicorn, bro. I got you. I got my feelings on here. I feel this way. That's good enough. I don't need you. Like, that's kind of like what's going on here. Like, God's sitting over here and it's like, dude, what? I feel God's real. God's like, what? Like, we're not looking at the actual thing.
And if
So?
You study the scriptures, you come to believe that there is a creator.
Okay, so I would just have
and
to
if
go.
he doesn't lie,
So I would just have to gullibly believe that it's true.
So God doesn't lie, but we don't know who wrote the Bible. Oh, but it was inspired by God, so that's why everything in the Bible is true, right?
you'd have to study the Bible.
But you'd have to have evidence to show that it's true. You can't just say it's true and just go read it.
If you study the Bible and
Why?
compare it with what you do,
That doesn't tell me how you know that we can live forever.
I just told you.
Right, study the Bible and compare. You're not giving a
No, I
concrete.
said, in order to have faith.
Faith is
in
not
the
a way of knowing
scriptures,
anything, though.
If you have faith that it's true,
Okay, what if I have faith that it's not true and you have faith that it's true? Which faith wins? How can you tell which faith is going to win?
when you
How?
get to, you won't know if you just die, right?
Well,
grow
how do you know
old and
people?
die.
How do you know people
like
don't
I'm
just die?
close to growing old and dying, and my whole life I've studied the scriptures
Okay.
to make sure, because I'm not a gullible person. I'm not just
If
Did you hear her? Let's hear it again. I want you guys to pay attention to that.
well,
grow
how do you know
old and
people?
die.
How do you know people
like
don't
I'm
just die?
close to growing old and dying, and my whole life I've studied the scriptures
Okay.
to make sure, because I'm
Listen,
not
listen.
a gullible person. I'm not just
If you were
Did I talk over her?
scriptures
okay,
to make sure, because I'm not a gullible person. I'm not just
She's not a gullible person, guys. It must be true. She's not gullible. She must. I mean, she must have the answers, right? Oh, I must be wrong because she said she's not gullible.
if you weren't gullible, you wouldn't believe in something you can't show to be true. You can't even define it, right? You believe in a God.
This is her.
I don't have imaginary friends,
I don't have imaginary
but you
friends,
believe in a
too.
God.
Oh, she doesn't have imaginary friends either.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
God,
Very
right?
real.
You believe in a God, right?
Okay, so you're saying that if something is made and created, there's nothing behind it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not saying trees. Are you talking about trees and stuff?
I'm talking about everything.
Okay.
Universe.
Why do you
the
think the
planets,
universe was created by
they're
something?
all mathematically designed. They don't, you know.
Just because we use math doesn't mean that there was an intelligent.
Look, she's waving her hands, making. She's making a spell. She's weaving that spell, trying to get you to believe.
Creator.
Yes, it does.
How
it
so?
takes intelligence to have math.
Why is that? Well, from us, yes, because we created math for ourselves. We used math. We didn't have to have a God in order to have math. Why would we need God for that?
The facts are, it shows he is a mathematical mind by what he has made.
How can
It
you show a
didn't-
God has made anything?
Because you're not listening. You just
Oh, I'm not listening. That's what it is. I'm not listening. That's got to be it.
want to be argumentative.
Argumentative, which is good to do. It's good to be argumentative, lady. Give me some answers.
No, I want to
that's
know,
okay.
but you keep saying read the Bible and compare, and you're not really
No, I
giving an
didn't say
answer.
read the Bible.
She said study it.
There's a difference.
What would I be studying that would tell me
You would
the
be
answer?
studying the Bible. The scripture.
Oh my God. Can you get any more stupid?
What about the Bible? What about the Scripture? What would tell me that what you're saying is true?
You would have to study it to know. That's
That's
all I.
so basically
If you've never really
not
studied
an answer.
it,
No,
Is this
I
you can
have.
sit there
I
and
have.
be a non-believer.
No, I'm.
this lady right here? She she looked over a couple times when I used certain keywords. It was pretty funny.
I'm non-believer because I've studied it. That's why I'm against things like Exodus
And
21.
you've studied all the prophecies about the last
Yeah,
days.
if a so-called
If
prophecy,
you, as a young
if a
person,
so-called prophecy is not falsifiable, it's not a prophecy. It just means anyone can make it come true in enough time.
there are a lot of
They can just read it and say,
predictions
"Oh, it'll
out
come true."
there
Right.
man-made. That's true.
Right.
What's up, Unky? Good to see you, bruh. Jeffy, we will cure you here. We're going to have an exorcism for you. We're going to exorcise that out of you. Exorcise that demon out of you, Jeffy Jeff.
But the Bible,
The Bible's
has an
written,
author,
been written
and
by a
it's
bunch of
God.
unknown authors. We don't know who wrote it.
We know they were inspired.
No, you don't.
God.
No, you can't even tell me.
How do you know that, lady? Because the Bible says so. Why do you believe in the Bible, lady? Because I studied it. That's how I know.
Tell me what a God is.
I did so.
You said it's a creator.
He is. He's the Almighty.
You can't define something by what it's done. You have to define it by what it is. What is it made of? Where does it live?
I told you he's a spirit.
We don't know what a
Tells
spirit
us
is.
Spirit. He's made up of dynamic.
Basically, she's just a broken record, and I'm sorry if this is not going to be a very good little thing for you guys, little video. She's like a broken record. Something's busted, like, on one side of the record for her, and she keeps skipping. Skip. Like, that's her the entire time.
Energy.
What is dynamic energy? Tell me what dynamic energy is.
You don't know what dynamic
Yeah.
energy?
Oh my God, you don't know?
Tell
Look
me.
at the sun.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. How do you know a God? How do you know that? Oh, you know a God is that because the Bible says so, right?
Either you really want to discern
No,
truth.
I'm interested.
No, you're arguing.
Right, because
Right, I'm arguing because I'm interested, lady.
you're
You're
not giving
arguing
me.
because everything you, and on top of it,
Uh-huh.
3 times now you've asked me to define
Right.
what God is.
Do you know
And you failed every time I've asked you have failed. Every time.
what a
3
circular
times
argument
I've
is?
told you.
Do you know what
and you're not listening.
Do you know what a circular argument is?
No, what is it?
It's when someone asks you what a God is, and you say what it is, and then you ask where you got it from, and then you said it's the Bible, and then why do you believe in the Bible? Because God inspired it. That's called a circle. That's a circular
But I
argument.
also explained to you that if we look at creation, of course, I don't think you believe that these
You're
things were
asking someone to
created.
use their feelings. That's not a way to determine the truth. You don't use your feelings to determine the truth. If
No,
I-
you look at through your eyes. You
Right.
can see creation all around you, everywhere.
Why should I think it's creation?
Well, because every house has a builder.
That's mankind. That's man-made, not nature. Why should I think nature was created?
That's the whole point. You can't create a tree.
What does that have to do with the question?
You can't make a tree.
What does that have-
You can't
what does that have
make
to do with the
another human
question?
being.
What does that have to do with the question, though? How do we know
Because it took a higher source of energy.
the word?
Why do these people keep using the word higher as if it's telling us anything? You might as well say greater. Like, what the hell is wrong? Like, what are you doing with the word higher? Higher what? Higher altitude? Like, what the F are we talking about, lady? It's like Tristan saying God is powerful. Tristan Tate saying God is powerful, or he's ultimately and absolutely powerful. Remember that? What are you telling me, bruh? Taking down an old lady. Still amused by this and hearing all the arguments my mom makes. Oh, your mom? Oh, do you live with her anymore, dude? Like, what's that like? Dude, I was so lucky. Like, my entire immediate family was atheistic. My mom and dad both atheists. I had 2 brothers. They were both atheists. Unfortunately, my dad and my middle brother died some long time ago. It's just me, my mom, and my oldest brother. He's like turned to some Jesus freak and stuff. I don't get along with him at all. But my mom is still an atheist. But I was never indoctrinated, so that's a good thing.
Higher is relative to different people. It means something different from me to you, so you can't use the word higher. It doesn't tell me anything. How do you know it was created? How do you know what
I
intelligence
told
can
you
do?
from my study of the scripture.
Okay, so basically you don't
I
have an answer.
believe
Okay, your
that
beliefs
it
don't matter.
is
But your beliefs
the
don't matter.
Word of God.
What you can show to
You're
be true.
saying, how do I know, though?
Right, exactly.
You're asking me.
Okay.
Right, I asked her how she knows, but she's telling me how she believes, and what she believes is based on bullshit. That's what's going on. Unky, I didn't get to see this video before now. I didn't get a notification telling me you dropped it. I didn't. Unky, this is a new format I'm doing, bro. What's going on here is this is a hold on. It's a brand spanking new video. I had to fix it. It's a brand spanking new video. I have not released it. What I'm going to do from now on, when I get a 360 video done, I'm going to stream it so I can do this. and get different angles and shit like that, and I think it's going to be a little bit more beneficial. Right? So that's what I'm doing. I did not release this on its own at all.
Okay, if what you know is just because you believe because of what you read, then you're telling me that you have no idea of any scientific evidence to back up anything you're saying. You have no idea why it's true, you just believe it.
The Bible, when it touches on science, is very accurate.
No, I just asked.
Oh, does it now? When it talks about a flat earth, is that scientific? Hey, PHQT, thank you, sir.
To you with the science, and you don't know that, so it doesn't, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Science, and it's accurate when it does.
All right, I just asked you what a God is, and you didn't.
I did tell you. Here's the fourth time.
Yeah, because you go in circles.
The fourth time. Why don't you give me 4 times if you tell me absolutely nothing, you dumbass. You effing dumbass.
Did you understand?
I'm not going in a circle.
You're not?
I don't care that she's an old lady. She's a dumbass. I don't know, dude. Should I, Unky? I'm really not sure. I thought doing this would be cooler. What do you think?
You're just debating. That's all you're doing.
Right.
Debating.
Do you?
And I'm not here to debate. If you're not interested.
But you asked this question right here.
Is it relevant?
Right.
My answer is yes.
Okay, so slavery is relevant today.
There's no slavery relevant today.
Then why is it in the Bible?
Because it did happen.
But it's got to be relevant.
The Bible's very candid.
So that part of the Bible is irrelevant.
It denotes accurate history.
So that, but that portion, but Exodus 21, that's not relevant today. But the rest is. Is that correct?
Why are you saying that?
I don't know. You
it gives us accurate history.
Is slavery relevant today here in the U.S.?
Is any history relevant today?
Is slavery relevant today?
Is history relevant?
Should we go by Exodus 21?
Is history relevant today?
Should we be going by Exodus 21?
Is history relevant
Tell me.
today? Do we learn from history?
Okay, so you're saying that we should learn from the Bible. Bible made a mistake about slavery. Is that correct? By condoning it?
I am saying we learn from history.
Okay, so the Bible is wrong.
The Bible's not wrong. It's quoting history.
Right. It condones slavery, so it was wrong because it shouldn't have ever condoned slavery.
Who exactly are you talking about?
And now you want
Yeah, she can't dodge it now. I keep bringing it up.
to do your homework. Now, let me see this. I don't like this.
Show me.
If enough people want me to upload it, I will. I don't know, dude. Vasectomy. Dude, I actually thought about doing that. Probably not yet, because I am having a slim amount of hope of finding the right woman. So, might want just one kid, but props to you, dude. Is it hurt?
Read the verse.
I just told you, Exodus 21.
That's a chapter.
Yeah, 21:21. I'm pretty sure you'll find it there.
21.
Yeah.
I think it was right in 21:21. I don't know.
If you have, then you shouldn't have to ask me such a thing. You know the Bible front and back.
If you have, you know what it says in 2 Timothy chapter 3.
But
And
Jesus,
also Matthew 24.
Dude, do it! You know how easy this is? I can do this in my sleep, blindfolded. These people are easy. Ain't got nothing for me. Shit.
The whole chapter.
but Jesus said everything before me is still valid in the New Testament. So that means Old Testament's still good.
That's right.
Yeah.
It is.
Which means condoning
And
slavery
you'd
is still
also
good.
know the name of the true God out of the whole Testament. Psalms 83:18. Have you ever
I
read
still
that?
don't know what a God is. Some spirit. You said it's some spirit. You can't tell me what a spirit is. Some energy. And how do you know any of that? You don't know. You read the Bible and decide for yourself. That's basically your answer.
So you're trying to prove that slavery was, but
Trying
I've
to prove
already,
that's just the way it is.
I said I already agreed that they had slaves.
Right.
But what is it you're trying to prove?
She just doesn't want to admit that they're actual slaves. She tried to earlier say that it's just indentured servitudes who were treated very nice.
No,
Just writing the history.
you're trying to assume there's some sort of indentured servitude, and that wasn't the way it was.
Satanic Bible. I've heard of it. I can't say I've read it. Ghetto man.
The Bible
Yes,
condones
it was under Mosaic.
the Bible. You said treat very nicely when the Bible says you can beat your slave for days.
Dude, I need to know, how do other streamers play stuff on... You know what? They probably use headphones, don't they? Should I do headphones? I just don't want to wear so much crap on my face. Right? I don't know, dude. Because I got playing off my speakers, I probably shouldn't do that. Because I can't talk while I'm doing it. Hey, what's up, what's up? Let me change. I think I have to restart it. Fuck it, we'll just won't do it. We'll just keep it like this. We'll change it. Next time I'll change it to my headphones so I can speak while it's playing.
So it teaches you how to trick your
doesn't
slaves.
say that.
Yes, it does. It also says to trick your slaves so you can keep them forever by getting them married off while they're still slaves and bearing children.
Well, what verse is that? Because
I'm not going to know the exact verse. It's there in Exodus 21. You'll find it. I don't have it memorized.
Anyways, the point is,
Yeah.
that's history.
Hey!
And the Bible condones.
The late queen. The dead queenie. Sorry about that, bro. I didn't know much about the queen. I just knew you guys had one.
Condoned it. And why is that good?
The Bible recorded what happened.
No, it
The Bible, the Bible, okay, she's just trying to make the Bible seem like a recording history book, when really the Bible's giving instruction on how to treat slaves. It's not recording how people treat slaves, it's telling you how to treat them. Like,
it tells you what to
Under
do.
Mosaic law.
It doesn't record it. It says what you can do to your slaves.
Under Mosaic law.
Oh.
We're
no, that's under the Bible law. That's what the Bible said.
no longer under Mosaic law
okay.
because Jesus ended the Mosaic law.
Oh. When he died? How do you know Jesus even existed?
Because even history proves that.
Which
too.
history does that?
Well, there was many historians that wrote
Really?
about him that were not
During his
Bible
lifetime?
writers.
During his
Were not
lifetime?
Bible writers.
During his lifetime?
Yeah, I think.
Really?
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Really?
So.
Who?
Good question.
Let's give her a minute here, ready? She's working. Give her a minute here, gentlemen.
I'll give you a hint.
Yeah, give me a hint. Give me a hint. Because I got no idea. But history says so. I just have no idea.
Zero. No.
No, there had to be something about Jesus. My lovely Lord and Savior had to be somewhere in the history. Had to be.
No one ever wrote about Jesus during his supposed lifetime, when he supposedly lived.
You guys like my new soundboard? I've only got like 4 sounds on it, but I'm going to expand it. I'm going to label it. I'm going to make it useful. Maybe get some physical thing. I don't know, dude. I'm trying to make this shit better for you guys, okay? Give me a little time. You know what I'm saying? Make shit like all elite and pressed and tight.
Everything was well after. Just like the Bible. The Bible's written well after.
I have never been drunk or high or anything, Elliot. I'm willing to do some DMT, though, just once.
And how do you think a story goes when you start a rumor in the morning out of school. By the afternoon, it's something completely different, right?
Well, that's
How do you think it
true.
started, like, 100
Well,
years?
even when the scriptures came down through the years, they've compared them. Of course, there's no original writings.
How
Just-
convenient.
There's copies, but there's really old ones.
How old, lady? How old are they?
Nothing during Jesus' lifetime.
No, doesn't go back that far.
Then why should we believe Jesus
But it
existed?
goes back, a couple of centuries.
But why should we believe Jesus
Elliot, because my father died when I was 8, he was an alcoholic, and I'm pretty sure that's why I don't touch anything like that.
existed, though?
Because history.
Yeah, ghetto, I need to do some 5-MeO DMT. That's what I need. Just once in my lifetime, that's it. So I can be less of a prick. I think that would be great. I love people a little more. I want to be so intolerant. I think it'd be great.
No, I just told you they don't talk about
So
it at all.
you don't believe his story?
No, I have no reason to think Jesus actually existed. I have no reason to believe it.
Well, I can't.
Right then, no.
Oh, she can't help me. Oh, if you don't believe in Jesus, then I can't help you. Then why are you out here with this crap, lady? Aren't you out here to help people, like bring them to the flock? Isn't that your effing job? Yeah, Elliot, I really need to do that. But I don't know. I don't know who to go to, man. I need some help.
No reasonable person should.
No, that's not true.
Really, why?
Because historians wrote about him, people saw him.
Where does it say someone saw him?
In these writings,
As long as I can still be a dick to these people, Elliot, like a little bit of a dick, then I'll be alright.
Bible.
I know, right?
The
And
Bible's
other
written.
historians.
That was written well after Jesus existed, though. Why should we believe it?
And then the fact that so many followed him and
So
his
what?
teachings.
A lot of people can follow a false person that says there's something and they're not.
You think that
It doesn't take a real person.
Oh, I had no idea. I had a little following. There's a little audience back here. Oh. She's like, oh, I haven't seen this every day. Oh, she's got to adjust herself. Like, oof. That white boy and that EUC spitting them facts. Ooh, I can't keep it together. Ooh. Okay, probably not.
Person for someone to believe in
Do
it.
you think they would last this many years?
Sure.
Thousands of
It's
years
called
later?
indoctrination and brainwashing.
Thousands of years
Yes.
later, right?
Brainwashing. That's what. Did you know Christianity survived first off by enforcing its beliefs and killing people who didn't believe? Kind of like what
So are you
Islam
saying
does.
you're just atheist? Is that what you're saying?
Are you an atheist? Oh my god!
I'm an atheist. Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Well, you should have said that right off the bat.
Why?
Because you're not interested in the Bible.
Okay, I tore her ass as much as I'm not thinking about her ass when I'm saying this, because I'm sure it's nasty cottage cheese like. I meant metaphorically her ass, okay? So don't get me wrong.
Why would me being an atheist means I'm not interested in the Bible?
Because you don't believe in God.
Why?
Oh, you can't believe in you can't be interested in what the Bible has to say unless you believe in God.
I would have to believe in a God in order to be interested in the Bible.
Because it's His Word.
But I don't need to believe it to be interested in it. You're trying to tell me how to be interested in it.
Well,
That's for me to decide, right?
It's evident you're not. All
That-
you do is want to pick it apart.
Why does that not make me interested? Is the reason why I'm talking about it does not make me interested?
No.
So logic escapes you, pretty much.
What? You're being
Logic is not
ridiculous.
your forte, I must say, right?
It's not yours either, because if you
Well, I'm not the one with
look
imaginary
at
friends.
everything around us,
Yes.
If you don't use your feelings, then you're not using logic too. So I'm better than you because I use my feelings.
and know that it had a creator.
No, that's just
Granny cake.
Where
your-
there's design,
that's just feelings. That's just your feelings, man.
where there's design, there's a designer.
You can't even show us design.
Are you debating that too? Where there's design,
You're assuming
there's
this
a
is
design.
You're assuming nature is design. That's your problem.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh Oh my goodness, I can't believe this is you! You would question nature and that it was designed or not. Oh my god! Oh, I never!
You're assuming that we're out in the middle of nowhere with nothing.
No, I'm saying
Out in the middle of nowhere with nothing. What?
I don't know, and that's okay.
Okay.
That's what an
okay
honest
with me
person-
too. You can go about your
That's what an
business.
honest person would do.
An honest person.
But you're not honest with yourself, and you're not logically
You're not
thinking.
honest about design.
Why is it designed? Tell me.
Because it's obvious.
Oh,
Where
Oh, it's designed because it's obvious. It's obvious. Oh my god.
there's
Because it's
design,
obvious. Like, what if
Where
I
there's
say,
design, there
what if
has
I
to
say
be a
it's
design.
non-design and it's obvious not design?
Okay, what is it then?
Why? We don't know. How about that?
No, that's
Oh,
not true.
see, you can't handle the I don't know then.
We don't. We do know. It's a design.
No, you don't know. And you can't handle the I don't know.
And so then where do you go from there?
Oh, because you have to go somewhere from there.
When you just go around
We try to
with everything
we
and
try
say,
to figure
I don't
out
know,
how
I
everything
don't
came
know.
to be.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know.
That's the basis of figuring things out by saying
No,
I don't know.
that's-
When you start off and say,
that's
well,
the easiest
I
way
do.
not to think.
No, the ignorant way
Oh, so the best way is just jump to a conclusion because I think so? Really?
is saying you know when you don't know.
You're wrong.
No, no, no.
You are wrong.
The basis for knowing things is first saying you don't know, and then you explore them. By saying you know and you don't really know, then you what do you have to explore
What do
then?
you think that people and scientists do? They explore
Right.
how things
Exactly.
the process.
And they don't
And
start
then
by saying they
even
know.
copy it to make other designs out of nature.
Okay, right. So and
they copy how our eyes function. That's how they came up with a camera.
sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Sure,
so
what about it?
If you go around saying, I don't know,
What does that have to do with a God existing? That makes no sense.
they're copying someone else's design.
No, they're copying nature.
They're copying something that's designed, and then
You
they're
have to
trying-
show it's designed. You can't just say it's designed. That's ignorance.
Like, she doesn't understand it. It's like these believers don't understand that they're making up the whole design shit. Like, what? Like, this isn't rocket science, man. What the hell?
That's assuming.
No, you're wrong.
No.
Oh, you're just wrong because I say so. And I've been on this planet 80 years, so I know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you... Yeah.
Well,
You're wrong.
yeah, telling the guy without the imaginary friend that he's wrong.
Just like sitting on that and saying there's no
Yeah,
designer.
science brought me this. No God.
This is all, that's how I'm going to end the conversation.
What's
At
that?
Psalms, you said we have to go by the Hebrew scriptures. Psalms 83.
I don't think I said the word
18.
Hebrew, but
Well, the Old Testament is what you said.
well,
May people know that you, whose name is Jehovah, you alone are the Most High over all the earth.
what does that even mean?
That means
Uh-huh.
that God is the Most High over everything.
We didn't even know what a God
And
is,
he
so why would I
has-
care?
I just told you.
You just said it's a
So
spirit,
if you
and you said it's a spirit and energy.
Spirit, and the Bible says he's made up of dynamic
Yeah.
energy. You know what
Unfortunately,
energy
Unky, have you ever gotten through to anyone? I've gotten people, if you watch a couple of my videos, my older videos, I have gotten people to say that they think about it and they haven't heard before. And it actually might a little bit sound believable, like authentic in them saying that. So I think perhaps a couple times maybe. Yeah, I'm not really interested in getting through these people because I know they're so far gone, it's not going to get anywhere. I do this for you guys, for other people who are coming to my channel and seeing it. Like this, the audience, all the time, when I used to debate on this campus 20 years ago, that's the same reason why I did it then too. I just wasn't as well educated. It's just so the crowd will listen to how much BS this person's peddling. Yeah. I'm not sure. I would think so, Quinn.
unfortunately, you can't show that that's actually true.
I can by everything else.
No, that's just wishful thinking.
It's not.
It's nothing scientific behind it. No conclusions. Nothing we can test at all.
Yeah, okay. No, that's your
All right, lady.
You're entitled to it.
Well,
My
you know,
You're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to my delusion. My lovely Jesus up in the sky. Him and I, we get it on every night. Yeah. Yeah.
no,
name's Melody. Nice meeting you.
I go
What
by
was
what
yours?
shows to be true.
I do too.
See, that's a different.
If you did, you wouldn't have imaginary friends, would ya, lady? Would ya? Would ya? Unky. Yeah, I've seen a few that considered it, but do you talk later and tell you how? No, I think I understand what you're trying to say there, Unky. Cut back in the drinking, Unky. I have never gotten hold of anyone after the fact. I have deconverted some girls I've dated in the past where they were quite religious, or their parents were, and then they were with me for a month or two, and then no more. They atheists. You know what I'm saying? That's how I roll. I can't be having no bitch with me that believes in shit that ain't there. Okay? Homie, don't play that. I'll plot. You know, it'll be like, only if I know that they are not so far gone, then I'll just, it's couch conversation, be like, hey, would you be willing to read up? This is how I do it. I either be making fun of the god, like little digs here and there until they start chinking away the armor, or I'll be like, hey, would you care to read a book that maybe show you kind of how I think? It would give you a better perspective. And I give them one of the main books, and it's, gotcha, bitch! And by then, it's like the book I gave them is their best friend. They're like, my world has changed, and now things are much more beautiful because they don't have imaginary friends. I can feel more comfortable with them. Yes, that's how I roll. I deconvert all my biatches. Ooh. Pictures, or it didn't happen, Unky? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I don't know about that, Quinn. I think they definitely believe in heaven. I'm pretty sure they believe in the hell stuff too. I cannot confirm because I never took a swim in their Kool-Aid. I mean, I never really went over it with a fine-tooth comb.
Difference. Religion starts with conclusion.
Jamming, which books you're asking? Really, Sam Harris is really good. But I will have to say that for a new person, I like to give them Losing Faith in Faith by Dan Barker. That book alone has deconverted quite a few women I've been with in the past. Like, numerous. Like, it gets the job done. Easy to read, no big vocabulary, they can follow right along. There's lots of books by Sam Harris, Christopher Hitchens, Richard Dawkins. Lots of good books from them. I would probably go with Sam Harris second after Dan Barker's book. But yeah, that's how I roll. I keep Losing Faith in Faith on hand. I've had to buy multiple copies because what happens, they read it, they keep it for themselves. If I don't keep dating on them, they want to keep it because it's their best friend. So I've had to buy them. I even lost a copy that was personally signed by Dan Barker, and I'm very sad about that.
Conclusion, and then tries to find evidence for
Because there was a beginning.
No. Science starts by the evidence and then tries to find the conclusion based on that evidence.
Well,
That's why religion is not good.
If you come by here again, I have a magazine put out by a scientist.
Someone
and
always.
he believes. So
Isn't this the way it is with all believers? They're like, oh, let me get my pastor, right? Let me get my pastor. He knows more than me. Okay? He'll be able to answer this. She's doing the same thing. Let me get this scientist who wrote this thing, and he believes, and he'll show you. Because when you got him against the wall, you smack him around like this, and they don't know what to do. They think of who could know more that I can refer him to, and that's exactly what she's doing. Just like someone else would do when they refer to me to their pastor. That's the same thing.
It doesn't matter who believes. You'd have to show the evidence and support.
Well, that's what he does. He's
Well,
a
if he
scientist.
did, then you'd be able to tell me what that was, wouldn't you?
I'm not a scientist.
Of course. Of course.
No,
Okay.
You're
Nice way to
just
get
a
out of it.
skeptic.
Nice way to
You're
get
a
out of it.
skeptic. That's
Yeah, I am, lady. So
all there is
Right,
to
a
it.
skeptic for good reason.
Without reasoning on things. You
Reason
what? The fuck?
in what? You're trying to use your feelings for saying it's design. That's not using reasoning.
That's not a feeling.
That's
I
a
mean,
It is.
if I go over and feel the tree,
Oh my gosh, this lady is retarded. Retarded.
right.
that's a feeling.
You know what
But
I'm talking about. Your
no.
emotions. You're using your
not
emotions to make a
emotion.
conclusion.
So let me ask you something.
Sure.
Real quick. In your world,
In
your world,
in the scientific reality, yes.
okay. So then, what's your living? What's your future? You just
That's a
study
very-
and
I'm not
make
even sure what you
money
mean by
and
that
live
question.
on money and
It's like she's not making sense with her question. Like, what the hell are you getting at, lady?
until you get to be 70, 80 and die.
What are you trying? Are you
I'm asking you, what's your purpose in life?
Oh, why didn't you just ask that instead of
perfect? Okay, purpose and meaning is defined by each person differently. Everyone has their own
So
purpose and
what
meaning.
is? I asked you what yours is.
Well, I'm just telling you first. A lot of religious people think that religion and meaning there needs to be some sort of objective such thing, and there's not. It's decided by each person what their meaning and purpose in life is. There's no universal meaning or purpose.
Hey, Jamie, tell me who the author is. I'll look it up. If that's good, I'll compare it to what I usually give to my ladies.
So whatever I decide that
and
is,
what
works
is
for me.
yours?
My meaning of life is experiences.
Experiences, that's my meaning of life. If anyone cared, that's what it is.
That's it. So you're gonna.
What do you mean that's it? That's a
you're
really
gonna
good
have-
reason. That's a really good meaning of life. To have experiences, sure.
Everyone has experiences.
Right. That's
But
the way I
then
define it.
How does it all end?
What do you mean?
You're
How's
just
what?
70 or 80 and you die.
What about
right?
it? You're gonna
Is that
die
it?
too. So what?
I am going to die, but I know what the future holds.
No, you don't.
Yes, I
You're
do.
you're delusional, and you think you do.
See it? As soon as I said she's delusional, I like this lady right here is like, whoa, whoa.
But you don't really.
Okay.
You
So
don't really
now
do.
you're resorting to name calling.
No. Delusional,
Yes,
just like ignorance and gullibility, are descriptive words. They're not name calling.
That's right. They are descriptive.
It's not name calling.
Name calling.
No, no.
Yeah, I use descriptive words, not name calling. And this lady had a hard time understanding that.
Well, it was nice meeting you. I don't know what your name is because you
All
didn't
right.
give it. But
Ted, call me Ted.
Ted, nice
All right,
meeting
now.
you. And I hope that, you will continue to try to be open.
I'm not the one that needs to continue to be open. You're the one that's closed-minded and think you have a
I
imaginary
don't
friend.
think
You
you've
don't.
ever really studied the Bible.
What?
I don't think you've really studied
Well,
the Bible.
yet I'm the one who doesn't have imaginary friends, and you do.
No, I don't have
I think the best
imaginary.
way to become an atheist is to actually study the Bible, to tell you the truth.
Well, I'm almost 70, so I can tell you that I have.
Okay.
It was nice meeting
Well,
you, Ted.
you need to study something else besides the Bible. That would help
I
you.
do.
No. All right. Peace.
Bye.
Alright guys, that was pretty much it, and then I just ride around a little bit. Not really too much more to this. Right? Yeah, isn't that true, Ken? I mean, don't they always try to say there's some sort of objective meaning? Like, I don't understand. Like, why? Like, what? I don't understand. Like, meaning by definition is per person, is what you think.
These are the Hare Krishnas. They're not really very entertaining. If you ask them something, they're really going to give you a gibberish answer. They're not even worth trying to understand.
Never mess with the Hare Krishnas. They'll say stuff doesn't make any sense. It's not even worth my time.
Sorry. So, you guys enjoy that? she didn't know what a circular argument was. I don't know what's happening. I used to come to this area here back in the 90s, and there was always a preacher out here, like every week. I've been coming out often, and I don't see anybody. It's like once in a while a table. Like someone used to be screaming and yelling. And hey, so much fun. I used to be out here, like trying to preach, and nobody would listen until I came. I started arguing with them. Then, like, a huge circle would appear around.
They would be right around here, like where the bikes are right there, or they'd be right here in the middle. And then everyone would get out of class, and they just all pass by them while they yelled at themselves. But when I showed up, then it was a totally different story.
Both of us. And everyone would want to hear it. When it was just him, just a preacher talking, nobody would give a shit. So I'm pretty sure they were happy that I was there, because then the crowd drew. But their mistake is thinking that when a crowd drew, that somehow then they had more people listening to them, when really they didn't listen to them and what he has to say. They wanted to hear the conflict. So this was a really good spot to be. They'd pretty much be over there by the bikes or something like that. They'd be over there, or right in the middle of the area here. They'd do that. It's a lot of fun. Back then I didn't know very much, so I wasn't very good at debating.
I was really bad back then. Like, I barely knew shit. Like, I just got out of the military and come down to Florida.
It's kind of new.
I know, right, Quinn? Like, exactly.
Alright, guys. Peace. Peace.
Alright, guys. Elliot, there's so many, and there's so... Ain't nothing on there. Ain't nothing on there. Ain't nothing on there. There's only one ring I wear. It's on my right hand, too. What is it, guys? It's got a little diamond in it. What is it? Tell me. Come on, who can guess? Who can guess? Who can guess what that is? I thought you would like this. This is nice and homey-like. I appreciate it. I'm glad to have these things online because it sets a setting. You know what I mean? Hold on a second, gents. So, like, yeah, I had the Star Trek thing going on here, but I thought the whole fireplace a little bit cooler. I could go back to Star Trek. Someone said it was distracting, though, so I don't know if that would become, like, a majority thing. And I know Unky's asking me to upload the actual video I just did, like, without my commentary. I don't know. You guys think I should? If you think I should, I'm gonna just say in the comments after I post this, after I end this thing here. Predatory. Elliot, I'm predatory? Really? 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 Look at Unky. You've already... I already know your vote, Unky. You can't give 3 or 4 votes for the same thing. Come on, bro. So anyways, I wanted to share something else with you guys that kind of upset me today. This upset me. What do we see here? What is this? What is the LGBTQ XYZ? What percentage of the population is this? Right? It is like what? 1% or less than 1%? Right? But yet they have a whole resource center. This is at Santa Fe. This is where I went to college. Like, I went to college here. Like, back in the 90s. And they have a whole resource center for this, right? But it's like, what, 1% of the population? Minus less than 1%? Why is that important? Do you know how bad men have it and how much we need men's, we need men's resource center? That's what it should be. Shouldn't we have something for like the people who are most affected? So this upset me when I saw it. I'm like, really? We're going to waste a resource center on that? Upset me greatly. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Less than 1%. But no, they need their own resource center. Nope. Because it's so devastating if any of them are unhappy, right? Really? Meanwhile, men are like dying left and right, going through bullshit, right? But nope, fuck 50% of the population, right? I don't understand. Is there anything else I should look at, guys? It's really all I had was, want to hear some sound? Don't you want to curl up in the blanket with your honey? Doesn't the G and the Q mean the same? I don't know, dude. I have no idea. I'm a lesbian, LG gay, beef. Is that bi? Q is queer. T is trans. Plus is all the other bullshit you want to make up? I have no idea. Uh-oh. Bigotry. It's not bigotry. Do you know what bigotry? Let's look at the definition of bigotry. Let's do it. Bigotry is an absolute or unreasonable attachment to a belief, opinion, or faction, in particular a person or person based on the membership. So it has to be unreasonable or absolute. Stubbornly refusing to change one's opinion. So I have to be refusing to change my opinion and or be unreasonable. I'm not unreasonable. I'm not unreasonable. I'm just pointing out a fact that people are caring more about the less than 1% than they care about the 50% of the population that's going through a hell of a lot more than that less than 1%. I just think we are caring about the wrong things. We're giving the wrong things attention that don't need it. They can work and go through their life just like, a gay person can. They're not getting, lynched, right? They're okay. Not as bad. So, hey man. Nothing wrong with that. I got nothing wrong with that. Date whoever you want. I approve. Everybody needs some love. Alright guys, I think that's it. I should probably finish the stream. I don't want to ramble on. I hope you enjoy this. I might put up the original vid. I don't know. Peace, peace, peace. Any other questions, comments, concerns? You know what to do. Who is that? Questions, comments, concerns. Give me the HBO special. Help a brother out. Stick my video in your Facebook and your social apps. Guys, wouldn't it be cool if I had like 50,000 followers instead of 13? Wouldn't that be great? I'm working. Alright guys,